Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about the crafting order system, and I will talk about some of the updates that Blizzard are planning to make to this system in patch 10.0.7. And believe it or not, they will make this system even worse than it is right now. So before I start diving into these changes, I really just want to share again my feedback on the system. I personally think it's garbage. I really hate this system. I wish it could just be completely forgotten, and that Blizzard could just accept the fact that it's a failure and just go back to the normal way of crafting items, selling them, and that's pretty much it. Even if I know it's not going to happen, at least not in Dragonflight, simply because they spent so much time on this and they promoted it so much that probably they will try to stick with it until at least the end of this expansion. But in the meantime, I completely stopped using this. I really have no interest in using it anymore. And even if they try to make some improvements and everything, I don't think it will ever be good enough for me to use it. As you can see right now, if I go on my realm, there is literally just one public order for elemental Laria for 1 gold. And this is something that usually you should buy for a lot of gold because the recipe is costing probably like 400, 500k gold on most runs. But again, people don't care, and trust me, someone is going to fill in this work order simply because they want to upgrade their professions, or they maybe want to complete their weekly quest where you need to fulfill some of these orders. So for all these different reasons, this system is a complete failure, and it's even worse when you are a crafter. But again, believe it or not, in patch 10.0.7, it's gonna be even worse than it is right now. So based on what people have been able to try in the PTR, with the new crafting order system, customers no longer need to provide all the different regions for public work orders. As you can see, they will only be required to provide the ones that are binds when picked up, but all the rest can be made or provided by the crafters. So of course this change is absolutely horrible for crafters, and you'll see it's also not so good for the customers. So the first reason why it's bad is pretty obvious. As you can see from the example that WoW decided to use, basically people will still be able to offer a very low commission, for instance here 50 gold, and then request you to craft this item even though all the different materials are going to be way more expensive than the commission that the customer is offering. As you can see here, this guy is saying this should cover the extra materials, thanks for 50 gold, but the crafter will need to provide 8 Awakened Decay, 12 Cosmic Inks, 5 Shield Runes, and 8 Rune Rift Perk. So here, as you can imagine, it's going to cost way more than 50 gold, more probably like around 5-6k gold minimum. And it means that most of the time people will just craft items without having any chance at gaining some gold, but just losing some gold. And the main reasons why people, again, will still continue to fill out these orders, even if in some cases they will actually lose some gold, is because many people will still need these in order to upgrade their professions. And also because in many cases you need to complete at least 2 per week in order to get then your reputation with the consortium. So this is really something that I think will be extremely bad for crafters in patch 10.0.7, and is just something that will discourage even the last remaining people who are using this system to actually use this system. Then if we are going on the side of the customers, it's also pretty bad, because if you are a customer who is trying to be fair towards the crafter and who is trying to compensate the crafter for at least the value of the different materials, well, you're going to have to try and assess how much everything will cost. And of course, for instance, the value of one material on the auction house is very different than the value it actually requires the crafter to spend in order to craft this material. So I think overall it's going to be very difficult for the customers to really assess how much they need to add in terms of commissions. And it's just going to result in, again, a lot of people asking, and then a lot of back and forth in terms of, no, it costs that, please add that. It's just, I think, going to be a huge mess. But again, this is what Blizzard is trying to do, and this is something they are planning to implement in patch 10.0.7. So of course, keep in mind, this is only the PTR, so maybe if they see that players are not happy with this change, they will decide to not go on with it and just keep the system as it is right now, even if, again, the system, I think, is a big failure and is really not interesting, in my opinion. But really, right now, if you go in the comments, you can see that many people are absolutely not happy with this change. A lot of people really think this is not going to work, and that a lot of people are simply going to like quit crafting completely with that. But again, this is what Blizzard thinks is the best for this dying system. And I'm just happy because personally, I think it's going to be one of the last blows that really are going to force Blizzard to either completely remove this system or really try to improve it in a way that is drastically different than what we have right now. So hopefully the first option will be the one, and we will see the crafting order system completely like be forgotten and be completely cancelled. But if that's the second option, I'm still happy if maybe they can improve it in a way where people can actually have a little bit of fun with it, and where both customers and crafters can make it as efficient as possible. So that's it for now. That's all the information we have. Hopefully, again, Blizzard will decide to change that, but we will have to wait and see if that's the case or not. Anyway, please let me know in the comments what you think about this system, if you like it or not. I'm sure that some of you have had fun with it, and I'm sure that some of you still enjoy using it. But I just have really this feeling that a huge majority of players really hate this system, and that this is something that is really not making good for either the customers or the crafters to get some items or get some gold. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos. And in the meantime, I wish you all a great start of the weekend. Bye!